Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the fourth round of the World Team Championship 2022. To tell you the truth, I was not going to stream today, but I saw that it's India versus Uzbekistan happening, and these two teams fought against each other at the Olympiad, and it was such a close match. So India is not, of course, at its full power because we don't have Arjun, Gukesh, Hari playing, but Vidit is playing on board number one, and Uzbekistan does not have Nodirbek playing, but it has Yakuboev on board number one, and this is the position on the board right now. I hope that all of you can hear me well and that you can listen to this commentary. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Let's just see. Yep. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, right now, Vidit Gujarati is playing against Nodirbek Yakuboev. And this is the position on the board. Vidit seems to be slightly better. 25 minutes to Yakuboev, 34 for Vidit. And Vidit is controlling this diagonal with his bishop. Which is the good square for this knight on f1? Can anyone tell me? Revenge time, says Hiren Patel. Yes, it is. It is. Let's see if our team manages. No, Abdul Sattarov is not playing. What is a good square for this knight on f1? Anyone? Mihir Hasabni says, oh, very good, Mihir. Knight d6. Very nice, very nice. But maybe even f5 is a nice square. So basically what you want to do is you want to go knight e3, knight f5, knight d6. That is the plan. Vidit did defeat Mamedyarov when Mamedyarov made a huge blunder today, and Vidit managed to beat him. So that was a big result. It's just a fun stream that I wanted to do. Let's go to the next game. Nihal Sarin playing against Javokir Sindarov. And in this position, it seems like Rook B1 is played. Nihal thinking the game was actually an Italian game. Castles H3 A6 takes D4 B5 Bishop D3 Rook E8 D5 Rook F8. So he just wanted to later on play F5 or just keep himself safe in that sense. Takes B4 C6 and take here. And now he's attacking here, so he plays Rook B1 and he tells Nihal that your pawn on B5 is hanging. So how does Nihal continue here as black? What would be your suggestion for Nihal Sarin? Because there are two attacks here. This is Nihal versus Sindarov. Knight A7 says Snigdha. Possible. Knight A7 could be possible, but it's a little passive and the knight has no scope here. So how about Pranav Dandekar? I like your move. Knight E7. Put your knight here. Then maybe go to G6. That could be an idea. Shashwat Parida. Yes, exactly. Let's go to Gusenov versus Narayanan. India, by the way, has been doing pretty decently. In the first two games, we drew against Israel and Poland 2-2. And then we did beat Azerbaijan today. So we are back in the top and we have to finish in top 4 out of 6 in our group. So I can tell you exactly where India is standing. We are in group B. So India is right now in number 2 position because we have actually we are in the lead with 4 points, but in game points we are number 2. So Azerbaijan, India and Uzbekistan are all on 4 points. Israel, Poland and USA on 2 points. So it's going to be very important round, this one. Meanwhile, if we look at SL Narayanan, He is putting pressure with his rook on the 7th rank, but his opponent has just played his knight to c4, attacking the b2 pawn. It's not so easy to defend this pawn, and SL Narayanan has to figure out how to defend it, because firstly, you can't go back bishop c1 and defend it, for the very simple reason that, guys, anyone in the chat who can find the move here, very simple, just to get you warmed up for today. It's like a very short stream. Nigeria player camps. Yes, exactly. This is correct. The right move here is rook to d1. Well done. Rook to d1 is the correct move here, and you win the bishop. And this has been given by Snigdha Sen, Mayur Kumar, Saptarshi Banerjee, Umesh, Hiren, Varun, Prashant, Hudadi Fad, Shobhit, Aditya Gadkar. Well done. So, going back to the game now, bishop c1 not possible. You can't defend it this way. So, SL Narayanan thinking for himself whether to go here. Maybe he can go to b7. Maybe he can give a check. So, some possibilities there. On the last board, we have Abhijit Gupta taking on Wakidov, Jahangir. Whoa, and Abhijit under a lot of pressure, it seems. Uzbek team का जो चीज है ना दोस्तों, it is that, you know, they are a team which plays really strong on all boards. So while Nodirbek is not there, they have the other 4 players in their team. They have Yakuboyev, they have Sindarov, they have on board number 3 they have Vokhidov, Samshiddin, and they also have Jakhongir Vakidov, the experienced guy in their team, and they also have Sokolov as their captain. Now Abhijit Gupta has years of experience riding on his end. He's, you know how many times he has won Commonwealth Championship, guys? Abhijit Gupta, how many times Commonwealth champion? Why no Nodirbek? I believe Nodirbek is preparing for coming to India for the Tata Steel Chess India, so it's possible he's not playing. 5-time world champion. Exactly. 5-time world champion. Rajesh Manghani says Israel wasn't strong, yet we only managed 2-2. But Rajesh, Azerbaijan was strong and we beat them. So, you know, it gets balanced out. By the way, f6 played. Now look at this. There could be some ideas of sacrifices on h6 or g7. At the same time, does black want to take on f5? Not really, because gf5 and the g file will open up. So Abhijit Gupta under a lot of pressure against Jakhongir. So if we have to make a roundup of our 4 boards, we have Vidit right now, who's putting a pressure on Yakuboyev, and look at Vidit, how he is playing here. He first went h4. He's like, I'll push you on the king side. Then came queen d7, h5, gaining more space, and bishop c6 on the board. So with it having a small edge, he's putting pressure on his opponent. Nihal Sarin with the black pieces under some pressure, but maybe not as much as how much Vidit has pressure on his opponent. Narayanan, I would say, is equal. This game very likely should end in a draw after knight b2, rook here, knight a4, then c pawn is hanging, bishop e5, maybe knight c3, rook takes c5, and they will end in a draw. I don't see this going in any other direction. So this game will be drawn. And then we have Abhijit Gupta versus Wakidov, which is actually a very, very important game. So in general, I would say the match is super well balanced right now, with just around half an hour to 40 minutes to go in this match. And we will get to know if India can beat Uzbekistan, or Uzbekistan once again proves that it is one of the best teams when it comes to team tournaments, because they won the Olympiad. Mihir says, Sagar, do you think anyone can beat France for top spot? Their team seems very strong. France team is MVL, Moussa Jules, Laurent Fressinet, and Tigran Gharamian. I mean, okay, it's a good team, but I don't think it's unbeatable, right? China is also pretty decent, but okay, it's not like super strong. But without Ali Reza, I don't see that even France is like super strong. Hiren says if Nihal is losing, he can just buy the player now. Oh, because he won a lot of prize money in Global Chess Championship. Ukraine beat France. Actually, Ukraine team is super good. You have Ivanchuk, crazy. Shevchenko, young talent. Then you have Volokitin, experienced guy. Kovalenko, Bernarditsky, and Oleksienko. So very strong team. Also, Spain is very good. You know, the difference between World Team Championship and Olympiad is that in Olympiad, you have many teams participating, while in World Team, you have only 12. And all 12 of them are the best in the world. So winning this has special emphasis. You know, it's a very it's a very valuable event to sort of win. Meanwhile, bishop c6, I think Yakuboyev wants to go bishop to b5 and hit with its queen here. What would you do? Yes, Azerbaijan is very strong actually. They have Mamedyarov, they have Rajabov, and India beating Azerbaijan was epic. Epic. So, bishop c6, where do we go with our queen? Can anyone? Or what should we do? What would be with its move here? Dishank Godinde says queen f3. Okay, nice. a4 Hiren, but Hiren, if you play a4, he'll just take the pawn. I don't think that's good enough. Rook b1, random number, not bad, not bad. Rook b1, stopping bishop b5. I like your move a lot. But you know, I'm not really worried about the bishop coming here because my queen has a good square on f3. So that way I'm not so worried. c4 Rajeshwari, I think Rajeshwari c4 doesn't look good. You know, the reason is after I take, let's say you take with the queen, the bishop will sit here on d5. And I think, but the engine likes your idea. I thought like this position should be very solid for black with knight here, but maybe not. So c4, very interesting. Oh, and with it goes knight to e3. With it is looking at possibilities like queen f3, knight f5 on the board. Hamad Ahmadji from Pakistan says big fan and proud student. Arey Hamadji, thank you so much. How about h6? Maharishi Ray, very good. This is on the cards. You know, h6, softening up the position, g6, then maybe later on going queen f3, knight g4, attacking here. With it, has a typical position which is his style of play, and it will be interesting to see how he continues. Bishop b5 doesn't look right now because after queen f3, not only do you hit d5 twice, this is coming in. It doesn't look good to go bishop b5 now anymore because the knight is attacking this. I think rook e8 makes a lot of sense. And then after queen f3, with it is pressing a bit in this position. For sure, he has the pressure. But maybe if black is accurate, he can go rook e4, f5. You know, this will be fun. Okay, now next game. Here is Nihal Sarin playing against Jawokir Sindarov, and Nihal has taken a lot of time. By the way, in the Olympiad, we had Pragnananda versus Sindarov. If you remember, Pragnananda played an epic game. In the end, he had a rook and pawn against Sindarov's bishop, and it took him a lot of time to convert it because it was a rook pawn. He did not have to push it to the 5th rank. Otherwise, it would have been a drawn game. All of this happened, and Prag had won that. So this is not classical. This is 45 minutes plus 30 seconds. So it's, you can say, semi-classical, somewhere in between classical and rapid. And how many matches did India play and how many did India win? 3 rounds are over. India won 1 round against Azerbaijan, drew 2 against Israel and Poland. So right now they are in the lead, but along with them is Azerbaijan on 4 out of 6. Also, Uzbekistan on 4 out of 6. So this round is important. After 5 rounds, you need to be in top 4 in your group. So it's a very important matchup for India right now to be able to make it to the quarterfinals, to finish in top 4. Tomorrow there will be only 1 round, and if India finishes in top 4, we go into the quarters. I will be commentating, I think, very regularly from the quarterfinals. Neoclassical says Siddharth. Yeah. By the way, knight a7 chosen by Nihal Sarin. Kudos to who said that move. I think what Nihal wants to do. And anyone, do you see where this knight's future is after knight a7? Who decides the team for the event? Actually, all the top players of the country are given the invitation first by rating. And then I think those who decline, then the next in line, next in line, next in line, they go that way. And finally, the team is chosen. Yes, Shashwat Parida, true. The knight Markesh R, very good. Aryan Philip. The knight is going to c8 to b6 to c4 or to a4. I think that's where the knight is looking at right now. That's what Nihal wants to do. He thought for a huge, like, he thought for 14 minutes. Imagine you have 45 minutes on the clock and you've thought for 14 minutes. That's like 30% of your time already spent. Rajeshwari says, because of your videos, I increased my rating for 11602 1252. Thank you. Oh, that's great to know, Rajeshwari. And now, by the way, look at this move by Nihal. He goes rook c8. And he's telling Sindarov that, look, if you want to take this pawn, be my guest. I can let you take it. But then I will jump in here and I will take this pawn and black is doing fine. So for Sindarov, it's a choice now whether he should go into the ambition mode or he should just try to equalize. I think knowing how Sindarov is very young. Yeah, Sindarov also 2005 born, if I'm not mistaken, just like Pragnananda, or maybe he's 2006 born. Let me confirm. Javokhir Sindarov, he is born in 2005, 8th December. So very young boy. He's 16 years old, will turn 17 soon. And I don't think he's going to take here because this is akin to sort of agreeing to a draw. He will play knight d5, I think. But then knight d5, knight d5, ed5. And now a very important move here for black. Any suggestions, guys? What should black do in this position? Very quickly. Anyone who would like to try in our chat? Maheshwin Giri says, Sagar, I'm going to play under 15 nationals. Please advise. Maheshwin, two advices. First, don't worry about the result. Enjoy yourself. Second is when your games are over, try to understand what you are doing right, what you are doing wrong. Try to improve. Every single day, I'm going to read something at the end of this session. Please make sure to remind me and it will be helpful to you. Yes, the thing which I was looking for and which I have got from all of you is F5. Amartya Kumar, Mahaswin, World of Wit, Anup, Mihir, Hassan, Jayad, Kunal, Indrajit Forever, Raj, F5. Put the pawns here and at least gain some space in the center and on the king side. Very good suggestions. So, right now, Nihal Sarin thinking for his move. He's played rook to c8. Let's see what Sindarov is going to do. Narayanan, meanwhile, had exactly what we said has happened. Knight to b2 by Vokhidov. Rook takes b5. And now I am presuming he will go either knight a4 or knight d1. And very soon we will see shake of hands. Game which really worries me a lot is this one. Abhijit Gupta against Vakhidov. And I can tell you that even though Vakhidov's rating is around 2500, in team tournaments, he is maybe 100 points stronger. The reason is he's the oldest of all his players in the team and he somehow feels this kind of a responsibility that he should play well. I don't know if you guys have checked my interview with the Uzbekistan team, but they all said, you know, Vakhidov Jahangir is like our elder brother and, you know, they want, he sort of takes care of the team. Here, one of the ideas that white has is maybe to go h4. Later on, try for bishop f4, queen d2, g5 break. And it can become very dangerous with this knight sitting on f5. So, I don't know how Abhijit Gupta is going to unravel himself here. He's low on space, but he has time on his side. He has 26 minutes. Vakhidov has 16 minutes on the clock. Mihir says, loved that interview, Sagar. Also, he answered all the questions like a team captain even. important to their success? It seemed like absolutely. He is very, very smart, very nice, and I would say he's just making sure that the next generation of Uzbek talents are well guided. That's what I feel. Uh, can't be older than Abhijit Gupta though. Hiren says yes. Abhijit Gupta is older than his opponent, but in the team Uzbek team, Vakidov is the oldest. Going back to Vidit's game, after knight e3, rook e8 played. Now Yakuboyev, I can tell you about Yakuboyev is he's one of the most solid players in Uzbek chess. He hardly loses games. I would say Yakuboyev is to Uzbekistan what Nihal is to India. Very solid. But of course, Yakuboyev didn't do well in the Asian Championships race recently that were held. I think that now Nihal Vidit should seriously start considering about c4. And what is the difference now between this position and the previous one? Can anyone tell me why is this position very good for white? And I was earlier when c4 was coming, I felt it was not so good. Anyone? प्रशांत पाल, अरे सागर भाई आप कोलकाता आ रहे हो क्या? समय आएगा कि नहीं? आई एम कमिंग टू कोलकाता. समय मे बी नॉट. वी विल गेट टू नो वेरी सून. d4 pawn is passed, but it was earlier also passed. There is a very important reason. You are controlling one square. Surya Thangavil, white has d4 passed pawn and space, yes, but you have control on one square which black cannot blockade. Which is that square now? d5, RN Dikshit, very good. Mukul Manghani, NE3 controls d5, exactly. Imagine that in this position we were talking about c4 takes bishop d5, and the bishop sits here and somehow this pawn is not able to move forward. It's blockaded very well. But when you play knight to e3 and then you play c4, all of a sudden you realize things are way different now. He cannot blockade. I'm going to push forward, and that gives white a clear advantage. But with it doesn't go c4, he plays his queen to f3. Not a bad move, pretty good. I was thinking, guys, what about rook e4? Does this move make any sense? But then there is knight f5. True. The knight on f5 is a good piece. So that should not work. Actually, black has to play one move here to sort of equalize. Anyone? Black to play. What should you do? To equalize the game, there is one move here. Whether opening line should be as such or we can go intuitively. Share your perspectives. Avinash needs your perspectives, guys. Please do share with him. Naveen Kamath says, Sagar bhai, thank you for giving the motivation. Yesterday met Magnus. Arre, Naveen Kamath, congratulations. Met Magnus, Anish, Prag, Wesley, Ramesh sir. If not for you, I would not have gone the event. We got exclusive access. Congratulations. Amazing. Ashish Rathod, these games will be considered for rapid rating, I believe, not for classical rating. Kishan Bhua says, with the help of ChessBase India, I got 6th rank in Open Saurashtra Championship. Love from Rajkot. Brilliant job, Kishan. Great to know. Very big congratulations to you. F5 is what I was looking for. And guys, you have said the right move here. Absolutely. Amartya, Pranav, Divakar, Rajeshwar and Enigmatic. Well done. F5. So once f5 is played here, the knight can no longer sit here. The next move, rook wants to come to e4, and I think he has equalized this game. And actually, Nodirbek goes for f5. Brilliant chess, and with it now no longer better in this position. But hey, wait, can we go c4? This is a good move, right? Because the idea is if you take, I want to go d5. He goes bishop b7. Maybe I can. Now he's threatening f4 somewhere. So I might just block it here. And this position can be interesting. So with it, must think about c4. Let's quickly go to Nihal Sarin's game. What has he done? Whatever we said did happen, it seems. Rook c8, knight d5. Nihal Sarin took the knight. Pawn takes, pushed his pawn to f5, getting a strong center. Here he plays e4, f4 on the board. Rook a1, rook c7, defending the knight. And Nihal Sarin is going to put now some very interesting pressure. It's a very complex game. I cannot say that Nihal is better or anything of that sort, because the d6 pawn is weak, also the b5 pawn is weak. But what Nihal has in hand is the king side majority, which he can push. His queen can enter here, his bishop is looking in a good direction, maybe his rook can swing over. It can get very exciting from the attacking perspective. Remember guys, Indian team must score 2.5 in order to win the match. Vidit position is equal, Nihal's is also equal. Narayanan, as we said, most likely will end in a draw, but he's still playing on. Actually, after this, he went takes. He did not take this pawn. He in fact went here. Interesting. He went after h7. But this is still equal, it seems to me. So there are 3 equal positions. And then on the last board, we have Abhijit Gupta under pressure. Abhijit Gupta needs to ensure that he doesn't collapse in this position as black if India wants any chance to beat Uzbekistan or at least hold them to a 2-2 draw. Sagar Bhai, where to approach for tickets for Tata Steel? Please shed some light. Couldn't get much info. Kakashi, I'll inform you in the next couple of days. I'll ask them what are their plans for the tickets and let you know. Generally, they don't have charges for tickets. I don't know if they're going to change it this time. Okay, will Anand play Tata Steel? No, Anand will not play, but he will be the mentor of the Indian youngsters. So he will be there at the event. Maybe he'll join us for some time in the commentary. That would be very nice. Okay. What do you think, guys? This position, I'm a bit scared. And I feel like it's a slow sort of poisonous position here. I don't know, as black, you want to go g6. I want to play g6, kick this knight, but always this pawn is hanging. I want to try for d5 break, but it doesn't seem to be happening. Maybe there is another breakthrough which I should try. And what is that last breakthrough, guys, which we should try as black? Because see, for now, g5 is not possible. I'll take b5, or like, yaar, yehi to mera future tha. f5 square, I loved it. I wanted to be there. This is where I wanted to be. Everything, we built it up. I went from here to here. I wanted here. The queen came to support me, and all of a sudden, he takes away this thing from my life. How can he ever do it? But on the other hand, one square has been weakened. Which is that square? Which has been weakened before because of f5. Oh, there was a lag. Very sorry, guys. Very sorry. I think I didn't even realize there was a lag, and I was just blabbering on and on. I don't know for how long it lasted, but very sorry. Guys, please do refresh and join back. After f5, which is the square, which is weakened. Yes, very good. R.M. Dikshit, Mandar Nanal, Divakar Shukla, Sambhug, Vedant Patel, Hassan Imam, Hayato Mangal, Paras Singh, Srirang. Very good. You want to go e5, and actually Vidit plays knight f1, but very much possible was also to put the bishop here. However, it's a blunder. The reason for this blunder is what I'm going to ask all of you. Why is this move a blunder? Black to play. Turn on your tactical vision and find the best move here. What is the difference between Olympiad and Team Championship? Srinivas Rao Pagoti says. Srinivas Rao, the difference is Olympiad is for all the countries in the world, while the World Team Championship is for the top countries in the world. So you have USA, China, India, France, Poland, Azerbaijan, all the top countries playing here. But it's not like all the teams have their top players playing like the Olympiad, but still it's an interesting event. Very interesting. And so the move here, Bluff Master says, any suggestion for the best coaching center in Hyderabad? Well, Bluff Master, please write to us on chessbaseindia@gmail.com. We'll try to give you some contacts which will help you. Yes, Rook E5, Utsav, Ajay, Rajeshwari, Venkat, Praful, Varshit, Bhargav, Maharishi, Mandar, and Pratik Tambe takes here, and of course D4, hitting the queen, and the knight is attacked, and black wins the game. So this is definitely not what Vidit wanted, and that's the reason why he went knight F1. And also Vidit realized that here maybe actually F4 was a very interesting move, because take means you have knight E6, and that could get very nasty with the rook coming here. But maybe I should take this first, take this first, take here, knight E6, G3, knight F4, GF4. Possible, yeah, to play this way, but he's gone rook E4. He did not sacrifice the pawn. Oops. Very sorry. I have this stream deck, and I have some buttons. This was the Champions Chess Tour button. I was sort of streaming that for so many days that I got used to pressing it all the time, and now I have made it in another button, so I just forgot. But now it's all working. Dark mode on. No, so the thing is, I was talking about here F4 as a move, F4, and then take, here G3, take, spoils the structure, was very much possible to play. However, here he played first rook E4, very interesting move, and I thought Vidit will now improve his bishop, which he did. He put his bishop here, knight E6, and this is getting super complex now. Vidit has 18 minutes, 11 minutes for Yakuboyev, Nodirbek, and the game is building up now. Did India win against Azerbaijan, Ankush? Yes, India did win. Okay, so 96 on the board. Let's go to Nihal Sarin's game. What is up with Nihal? Oh, look at Nihal after here. Knight F3, he goes G5. Nihal, as we mentioned, is going for a kingside attack. Rook A6 to attack this pawn now on D6. What would be a move? Okay, guys, remember, if your opponent attacks you, there are few ways in which you can deal. You can defend that position, defend that pawn, or you can counter attack something else, or you can defend that point which is attacked along with attacking something of your opponent. So what is a move here that does it very effectively? Black to play. Very nice move. Very nice move. Grey Ninja says not getting YouTube notification when you are live. Yeah, I have no clue. YouTube is somehow acting very weird. Even when I publish videos, in fact, I access them through my other account, and sometimes I don't find it for 20 minutes over there. So definitely something is happening. But anyway, I don't know how to do it. What to do. Yes, all those who have mentioned the move here, bishop c8, brilliant chat. Shashank, Venkat, Aligi, Akarsh, Saurabh, Anubhav, Srirang, Rajeshwari, Ganadeepan, Blue Muffin. You are attacking the rook, you are defending this pawn, you are pushing the rook back. Where should the rook go? Let's say rook goes rook a5, trying there. I think you can try and start pushing this with h5, and you can already get g4 going. I think practically speaking, Nihal Sarin has better chances in this game because he has 7 minutes more on the clock. He's also slightly better here, I would say. Okay, very quickly going to Narayanan's game. Narayanan fighting. I like the thing I like about SL Narayanan is that he never ever sort of agrees to short draws or anything. He just keeps fighting on, and he's a big fighter on the chessboard, also in life. And right now he's trying to figure out what to do because his bishop is attacked. A very natural move is f4, but I think you have to be a little bit worried about this pawn coming here. I was thinking if we can go like rook c8, but after take it should not get dangerous. You know, this position looks dangerous. King f2 check, king e3, by pawn endgame aa gaya. Who knows what is happening here? King here, king d4, c3, take on c3, king e5. Maybe it's a draw, but again have to be careful. He goes bishop to f6, doesn't play f4, plays his bishop here. How is a fighter in real life, Sagar Bhai? Narendra, he has had a lot of financial issues in general. If you just search his name, SL Narayanan, employment, and so on ChessBase India, we have done interviews with him. In spite of being such a top player, his classical rating is about 2650. He's still looking out for a job. He's unable to support himself. So yeah, he keeps fighting. Meanwhile, what is up with Abhijit after c6? He did manage to push the opponent's knight back to e3, stopping d5. That's what Jahangir wanted to do. He wanted to stop d5. And Jahangir is saying to Abhijit that, look, I'm going to stop all your active plans. You decide what you want to do. If I stop all your active plans, what's next for you? And so Abhijit is thinking now. He can't go d5. b5 is definitely something he should be thinking of. Also, then otherwise you can play a6 trying for b5. It's a slow game. It's a slow game. Maharishi says 2670 plus. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so he plays a6. You see how it's a waiting game right now? He wants to try for b5, maybe d5. He's just kept his pawns there and he's hoping that somehow, oh, and he goes a4 and he's also stopping b5. So maybe now it's time to just play it. AB, AB, CB, CB, and play this position. I don't know if who's better. Maybe white is better here, but it's still interesting. It's not clear. Yeah, he goes b5. Abhijit Gupta fighting here. Come on, let's go, Abhijit. Sagar bhai, stick on Nihal's game. Okay, let's go to Nihal Sarin's game. What's happening there? No, this one is sort of equalish. But Nihal, after rook a6, goes queen f6. Interesting move. Nihal Sarin says, I'm defending my pawn this way. I've brought my queen here and I want to go h5 and g4. Okay, how should white play here? Is a question. I think what white should think about seriously is the move rook f a1, because then your knight is attacked, so you must move it. Rook knight c8. Now this is hanging, right? So you take, and the question is, should we take here or not? Let's say we don't touch it. Okay, we play h5 and Nihal is like, by ek pawn denge, now I'm going all out on the king side. Okay, fine, let's take this. Now what's next? How should white stop g4? Because that is a massive threat. Massive. Maybe c4, g4. I believe humanly this looks very dangerous for white, but maybe the engines are okay with this position. So let's see. This is one game which I think rook a1 should be played. If you don't play rook a1 and if you try for something like trying to stop g4, it can get you into some trouble, because g4 takes and takes and takes and check, and this goes back. And now you can go bishop c8 attacking here, and then you can move your rook over, and then you want to checkmate him. That's what can happen. So queen f6 on the board. Let's see. What about Vidit? After knight e6, Vidit has gotten into a huge thought. Look at this. He had 19 minutes. He's taught for 8 minutes now already. Vidit bhai, what are you thinking? Can Vidit try to soften up the king side a bit with h6? Why not? Why not? Why doesn't he do this? Because if you play g6, already the dark squares are weak. So maybe this is the move that Vidit should try. Devansh says Prag is here in San Francisco. Yes, Prag is in San Francisco. He will come back to India. Then he will. Oh, Queen D1 played. I think with it getting a bit passive here can become very risky. Prag is going to then go to Delhi on 30th of November, where he's going to get the Arjuna Award. Queen D1. High Tech Gamer says switch to Gukesh. Okay, High Tech Gamer. Sure. Okay, let's go to Nihal Sarin now. Nihal after Queen F6 still thinking. I have a feeling Rook F A1 is what Sindaro. Oh, he plays it. He plays it. Okay, Nihal, come on, quickly move the knight. Anyway, you can't do anything else. Do you want to go Rook A8? Of course not. That is just suicide. So the only move here is to go Knight C8. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 13 minutes, 14 minutes. He can put time pressure on his opponent. Okay, now Knight C8 on the board. This is the plan. Oops, this is the plan. What about Narayanan and Vokidov Shamsiddin have drawn, which is fine. Which is fine. A draw is the correct result there. Meanwhile, after B5, some mass exchanges happened here, and Queen E2 on the board. White is angling for D4, taking control of the C4 square. I believe Queen C6 has to be played. Also, I think Black has gotten some play here. Let's say Queen C6, putting pressure here. But then Knight D5, defending here, yeah. Definitely looking scary. Definitely looking scary, especially because the knight is coming to D5. Guys, there was a small lag, but I'm back. I'm back. And bishop b5 was played here. g4 played. Interesting move. hg, bishop takes g4 on the board. I'm a bit surprised that Nihal decided to go g4 directly. He could have gone h5, g4, but he went g4, takes, bishop takes g4. Okay. Now Sindaro slightly better here, but how should he continue is a big question. Generally, engines prefer material. They are like, pawn up hai, what's there to worry? But human beings are like, oh my god, the rook is coming here. The bishop can take the knight. The queen can join in. The rook has attack here. There are things to worry about for sure. For sure here. Let's quickly go to the game of Vidit Gujarati after knight e6, queen d1, rook e1, queen e1, and f4 played on the board. So, how do we go? I think if we can get our knight to f3, that would be a nice achievement. So, how about knight h2, knight f3? But then maybe I can just play h6. No, first, let's make this move. h6, soften up the king a bit, and then go knight h2. Maybe knight g4, knight f3, all these possibilities. h6, if he goes g h6, fine, what's the big deal? I'll still go knight h2 and then play it here. So I'm thinking Vidit should go h6. That is a good move. Rajeshwari says deathmatch 3.0 Nodirbek versus Gukesh. We were thinking about deathmatch 2 between them, but it was a little bit complicated getting an Indian, getting someone from outside India at such a short notice. So we went with Arjun and Gukesh. Okay, rook a8 played by Abhijit. Abhijit trying to get his rook active from this side. Okay, good job, good idea, Abhijit. Guys, I have changed my internet connection, so now I don't think it should be lagging. But sorry, very sorry. Should be fine. Please refresh if you are here. Rook a8 played by Abhijit. Very quickly, let's go. Oh, by the way, Hans Niemann is also playing in this tournament. We will also look at some of his games later. Niha, and now Rook h1 played here. Bishop. Rook h1. Okay, I think guys it should be fine now. Hopefully. Just want to see if I can improve things. Seems like my computer is not used to uh, streaming at this time. So let's hope that this goes through. Okay, very quickly with it. Oh my god. H6, Queen H4 played by Vidit here. F5. Rook F5. He goes G4. And what is his point here? If F G3, he wants to play F4. Ah. And then Knight G3. That is his point here. Okay. And so if not G4, the main problem is that he's plundered something pretty big here. Because now f3 has become weak, so black can go knight g5, very good move, attacking here. So you have to go knight h2, defending this pawn, and then you can take here. You can also go back, but you can take, pawn takes. Yeah, I hope it stands there, it hangs in there. I don't know what's wrong with my thing. By the way, g4, knight g5 did happen. No, he played rook e5, d5 and d4. Wow. So this has happened. He has sacrificed. I hope all is fine. Okay, so d4, and now f3 under pressure, knight g5 coming in. This is a problem with the queen coming in. This is getting very bad for Vidit. So Vidit in trouble. Nihal Sarin here has to play out of his skins now. So he went rook h1, king h7, king g1, rook g8, putting pressure down the g file, king f1. Okay, I think there was some issue. I don't know. I hope it should be fine. Just refresh. So king f1. And Nihal can now switch with his rook here, put pressure here. I think Nihal still has very good practical chances here to win this game. Now, also Abhijit Gupta, after this, he went rook a6, d4. And the question is, what is his opponent's idea if take here? What does he want? Why did he give material? Maybe bishop d6 could be his idea. Rook d6, queen g4, or rook g4, maybe rook g4. Then f5 and rook d5 is hanging. So that is a problem. Uh-huh. Srirang Nene said stream ended and started again. It's fine now. Hopefully everything hangs in there. I think knight c4 is one normal move, but I really like knight takes g4 here. And the point is also that if you go here, I can play h5 and just solidify my knight. So good position. Can Nihal go rook c3 with the idea of instead of rook c g7? Anup Shankar asks. Let's quickly look at what Anup's question is. Rook c3. Oh, Anup, you want to go this side. But Anup, if the bishop goes back, then maybe your rook is a bit misplaced here, right? So like here, I can just put my bishop back and doesn't look great. So maybe the real value of the rook will come from this side of the board. Match is actually very delicately poised for India, and Vidit is back. Knight h2, good move. Knight g5 was the best move, but he goes d3 and now rook d1. So things looking up again for Vidit at least. But positionally, I think black has great compensation. His bishop is active. His knight can come here or here, defending this passer. Yes, white has his own passer, but his king also looks a bit exposed. See what Nihal is doing here. Nihal has now 4 minutes. Sindaro has 3 minutes. No one's making moves. Guys, play, play, play. Getting nervous. Vivek Shirsagar says Vidit will hold this game. Let's see. Knight g5 on the board, and now Vidit has to defend this. Guys, why is queen f2 a bad move? Very quickly. Let's see. We need 50 people to answer this here. Although we have very few people right now, some glitch happened and most of the viewers went away. I hope that you all can find this move very quickly. Yes, and although the number of people might be less, the number of people who are following this and able to give the answer are a lot of them. So good job, excellent job by Anup, Ramapriya, Shaibi, Hydra, Srirang, Sanat, Stepping Stone, Magix, Sumuk, and Akul Gupta. Well done. Knight h3 is a brutal fork, and this is not what you want. So he can't go here, so he must go king g2, defending this pawn. Bishop a4, rook d2, bishop c2. Possible, but then this bishop is also misplaced. Yes, the rook is also misplaced. Should be around equal. Okay, Nihal now goes rook c g7, queen f2 on the board. Very quickly played by Sindarov here. Wasn't Sindarov down to 1 minute or something? It was incorrect. Okay. Queen f2. I don't even know how Nihal should create play. Maybe he should go back rook b7 and attack this bishop. But then there's c4. So I'm not sure what he should be doing. Maybe bishop f3. Now if queen f3, then there's rook g3. So you must take with the pawn. And I don't know about this position. So Nihal's position does look dangerous. Say rook b7, c4, knight a7. I was thinking, can we do it? No. That is a free knight here. So can't do that. Maybe bishop f3, gf3, rook to g3. So one rook looking here, one rook looking here. Could be a very interesting way. Oh, by the way, Abhijit did not feel that taking this was a safe choice. So he went knight c4, but queen f3 on the board. No, actually, you have to reach in top 4, not top 2. So this is not like a must win, but if India wins this, they will definitely secure their qualification for the top 4. If they don't, if they lose, then tomorrow it becomes a very touch and go thing with other teams. So we should definitely try and win this. But for now, let's see. Vidit now makes a very interesting pawn push to e6. And what is his point? If you take here, he wants to take on d2. Okay. If you take here, he wants to play queen f2. Rook d2. Boom. If you take with the knight, queen g4. So have to play take. E6 is just a deflecting move. I mean, you would like to come back queen f2 here, but it doesn't work because of take, take, and take. So this position e6 is just to deflect, and now not queen f2 by the way, but rook d2. Oh, he takes with the queen. He does take with the queen, and with it quickly takes on d2 with the rook. Okay, let's go to Nihal game. King at 7. Oh my goodness, Nihal looks in a bad situation. Takes rook here. As I said, it was difficult to find this move. Rook b7, and now bd7 is a classy move by Sindarov. Sindarov wants to put his bishop here, and Nihal Sarin is minus. So now with it in equal, Nihal Sarin in trouble for sure. Bishop g4 looks very powerful. Everything is then protected after bishop g4, and then you can just try and play on the other side. Depanshu Malviya, thank you for becoming supporter of Indian chess. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. You can see Abhijit trying to get some play from this side of the board. And Abhijit is very good at these things like getting counterplay, but he is definitely worse here. He's also in trouble. 1 second. What happened? Rook a2. He took knight d2 blunder. He just missed knight e3. I think he missed that here. Bishop is there. Now this is hanging. He just piece down. Oh my goodness. India's going to get really badly losing here. Unless Nihal does some magic, but Nihal also losing. So India's going to lose like in a big way against Uzbekistan. Let's look at what Vidit is doing. It's taken on f3. Take. If queen here, there is queen f2. White wins. But he'll take here. Check. Here. Check. Check. And now he has to find the only move, king here. Wow. Then he has to find only move here. And then this. Oh my god, this is very tough. Very crazy position with it having only 22 seconds. I think all the chances in the world for both the players to go wrong. King f3. Check king g2 f3. Only move. Go here. King h1 possible, but queen c1 is strong somehow. India losing this like maybe 3-1 now. Because Nihal is just lost. Very nice exchange sacrifice. Let's say king here. Rook h5 is killer move. Queen h5. There is queen e7. g2 also hangs. King g8. I don't know. There's just bg4. This rook is hanging. And then rook h5 is coming. This rook is in the air. And the king is safe. Oh, he goes d6. This gives Nihal a great chance to play rook d2. Nihal Sareen, come on. Queen g3 क्यों खेला Nihal bhai? Now rook h3 is game over. If Sindaro finds it, yeah, he finds it. Nihal thought that if he takes here, he can take on f3. But he forgot rook h3. Oh my god. Nihal is lost. Now d7, game over. So Nihal has to resign. In fact, Nihal got a chance here. Instead of queen g3, he had rook d2 somehow. Magical move. Threatening mate this side. And if rook g1, there is rook d1. So that doesn't work. And Sindaro would have had to find king e1 somehow. Then queen g2 threatening a mate. It was crazily complicated. Rook g1, rook e2, check, 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 check. But he's lost now. Vidit going back to Vidit's game. And actually Vidit did find all the best moves here. He played king h3, which was very good, very impressive. Queen g3, queen e2 also found. f2, rook f4, f1, and a draw most likely here. Most likely a draw. Nihal loses and Abhijit losing here. So that means India is going to lose 3-1. Crazy how strong Uzbekistan is. Yeah, maybe we might lose 0.53 and no, but Vidit will draw. So I don't think Vidit will lose this. So 3-1. But yeah, I think Nihal had great chances. But Sindaro showing once again why he is one of the most talented players in the world. And also Jakongir Wakido, what to say about this man? What a player. What a team player. You know, Uzbekistan team, somehow with Sokolov and everything that they have, is just monstrous. Yeah, Anshuman Singh, Sokolov. Their trainer is very good. And Abhijit Gupta resigns here. So India already have lost the match. 2.5 with Vidit's game going on. But very likely that Vidit's game will end in a draw now. But maybe Yakuboyev will try to win because the team has already won. Yeah, very, very unpredictable tournament. And I would say India has to be careful, yeah. Guys, I think, look at this. I'll show you the standings. These are the standings. Imagine India का क्या हालत होगा if we lose right now. We are losing. So by the way, Azerbaijan, I think won their match. No, they drew. I think they drew with Poland. Queen d4. Defending here, defending here. The king can start moving. But I think they will agree to a draw. How about US and Israel? I think Israel is winning. Neiman drew. Onishchuk lost. Kuzeda Perez is maybe winning. Maybe. So maybe it's going to be an equal match. Or if this ends in a draw, then Israel wins. Very difficult to hold this. So ये ऐसा टूर्नामेंट है. All those who have just joined, let me just tell you the format so you know. I was not able to stream day one because I was doing CCT, and so it's a 12 team event. 12 teams are playing. 12 really strong teams in the world of chess. There are two pools, Pool A and Pool B. Pool A has teams like Ukraine, France, China, while Pool B has as what? With it blunders. Oh my god. Queen F4 and lost. I mean, he played it very passively. Somehow now. Wow. Wow. So, from each group, by the way, Yakuboyev wins. Because if you play King E2, now just take. And if you play here, I'll take with a check. And if you take here, I'll anyway take this and this. So he resigned. So India loses 3.5. You are right. Someone who had mentioned that it could be 3.5 as well. Yeah, it happened. So now what happens is, it's like not only did we lose, but we lost with a very big margin. So in this table, India will be remaining on 4 points. This is tiebreak 1 here. We'll remain on 4. Uzbekistan will leapfrog everyone and go to 6. Poland has finished, like their score is updated already. So they are on 3. Israel and US में से someone will go up. The one who wins. So India tomorrow will face US, and they will have to be, I think, in a must-win situation. India, or at least a draw. Not easy. So we need to finish in top 4 out of 6. There will be 4 from other end in Group A, and then it will be quarterfinals. I will be streaming quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. Tomorrow also I'll try to stream. But yeah. This was a very tough match. I thought against Uzbekistan we would have good chances. But you know, Nodirbek beat Vidit, Sindaro beat Mihal, Vokidov drew against SL, and Abhijit Gupta lost to Abhijit Gupta lost to Vakidov. And so guys, India still has full chances of qualifying, so not to worry. Tomorrow is an important day. I think round starts at, I'll let you know what are the round timing. Schedule. Playing schedule at 3. So I think at around 5:30 or 6 Indian time it will start tomorrow, and then top 4 teams will qualify. And just to show you who's leading in Group A, China is leading right now with all the wins. France number 2. Ukraine. Spain. This is also very tough group. I think most likely Netherlands and South Africa will be out from here. We'll have these four teams: Spain, Ukraine, France. And in this group, do you think India will make it, guys? What do you think? Like India, I think had good. I mean, good thing happened against Azerbaijan that we won, but against Uzbekistan it did not. So, well, I think today was like a sort of compensated there. I think I don't know. Oh, Kuzeda Perez won. So here that means Wojtaszek. No, sorry. Kuzeda Perez won. I think it's a 2-2 tie. Poland Azerbaijan is 2-2. Here also 2-2. So US will move to 3 points. Israel also on 3. So I think we'll have chances for sure. I mean, tomorrow we must not lose to US and we will be through to the quarterfinals. Okay, guys, that was a small stream. I just wanted to stream to tell you about this event. Thank you all for following, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.